Today is Wednesday, January 29th, 9:18 p.m. I didn't do anything today. Not really. I cooked yesterday. Sweet potatoes, chicken, onions, peas. It was okay. I just did it quick. I threw it in the oven. So I ate that as leftovers today. Also, this is the second time I'm recording this video because I had the wrong audio input selected. So I'm going to breeze through a lot of things. I worked and then I didn't cook today. I actually ate ramen and a sandwich I got from Acme. Fuck, man. I wish I remembered what I said in the last one. It's just silent, and I was honest and earnest in it, and now I feel like I'm doing work to do this video, and I don't like that. I've been listening to Radiolab. I listened to 2 episodes. I talked in the last time I recorded this about Lost and Found is the episode that I really just enjoyed a lot. I don't feel like doing this again. I'm tired. Lost and Found was good. There's a story about a woman who has this thing where when she turns around, if she's spun around, she'll feel like the whole world turned and she won't know where she is. And late in life, she finally talked to a doctor who was able to tell her what it is. DTD, I think, is what it's called. And she finally met another woman who has the same thing as her. And they met up, and it was nice. And they had to help each other come up with a backup plan for their hangout in case they both get lost. They had a GPS and a map and everything. It was charming. It was a nice story. I hate that I have to repeat myself. The whole point of these videos is to capture the essence of what I'm feeling in the moment. And I don't feel like talking about this again, but I have to for my future self, for posterity. And I feel like Radiolab's amazing at creating moments where everything just comes together. It's fantastic. The way they cut up the audio, the way they put the music in. And Jad and Robert specifically. I don't like new Radiolab. That's why I'm listening to all of old Radiolab. I think they did something amazing, and I like that it's just audio and that I can do other things instead of having to spend time on the computer. So I was playing solitaire to try to not feel like I'm at the computer, I'm just going to start using my laptop for these videos again. I have it back there. It was nice since I'm sitting at the computer, I'd use the computer for the last time before I read for the night. Because I get off the computer at 9. But I'll just have to use a different computer. I think it's annoying that Ubuntu doesn't know what audio source I want to use. And it's never like that. It never knows the output or the input. I can't set a default. And that's one thing that Windows has better than Linux, I will say. But no, not Linux in general, just Ubuntu. Or just GNOME. Because the KDE Plasma desktop environment does let you set a default. And it's really good, I think. But I had to switch back to Ubuntu because it's buggy. And just basic GNOME Ubuntu is much more stable. But I am very frustrated, I realize, by when technology doesn't work how I want it to work. It has one job, it's supposed to do one thing, it's taking up my time and money and resources, and when it doesn't do its thing, it feels entirely useless and frustrating. And I think I'm feeling that frustration now because what is supposed to be an earnest video journal turns into work. And work is bad. I don't like work in any sense. I don't like when writing songs feel like work. I don't like when Dungeons and Dragons feels like work. And I don't like working jobs, you know. The world is a mess right now. Not the whole world, hopefully, but the United States is a mess right now. Just more news every day, more bullshit. Nothing feels good. But Radiolab is good, and that episode was nice. And the final story in that episode was this guy Alan and this girl Emily. Emily gets, I guess they fall in love, but Emily gets in a car accident and is hospitalized, but not in a coma, I guess, because she talks and she moves, but she's blind and deaf, and I guess they can't get like implants in her ears to have her hear. And she talks like she's in a dream, like she doesn't know where she is. She says she's in a wall, you know, and it takes months. Doctors are trying to help her, but it seems like she's not going to progress. But then her boyfriend decides to write, like on her hand, write letters and spell out letters, and she's finally able to communicate with him. Like she writes and he writes, and then she speaks her responses out loud. And then he was finally able to tell her, let's put the ear implants in, and she did, and she heard again, and now she's good. And they update on her story years later. I guess because she has an art exhibit or something, I don't know. And they don't mention the guy. They don't mention the boyfriend who like saved her life, saved her from a coma. He's just not in the picture anymore. And that's fine. Like, even if they broke up, I feel like they should still, if they're going to interview her, they should interview him too, because he was a crucial part in the story. And it felt kind of wrong that they didn't. And that's why I don't like new Radiolab. I don't like the new people. So once I get to the final episode that's just Jad and Robert, I'll probably stop. But each episode I just love. It's fantastic. It's so well done. Anyway, I hope I recorded audio this time. If I didn't, whatever. I'm not going to do it again. I'll just upload the silent video. That's it. Good night.